Alright, welcome back to the Double A Rock Experience. My name's Alec. That's Aurelio. Today we're talking about an arguably more interesting time period than the boringness of last episode.
I would say go listen to it, but it really is very boring.
Yeah, this is the only time we're actually going to say don't listen to two of our episodes. What are you looking at?
The balcony.
Okay. Alright, well, anyways, we're on a balcony right now, and there's people
We're in a library.
down below us. We're in a library right now.
Because we love to be educated.
Yeah, or something like that. Anyways, the only two episodes we'll tell you not to listen to is the last one in this series and the first one. The rest
2010 to 2020 and 1920 to 1930.
Yeah,
Those
and
are
the rest are
boring
all
ones.
peak cinema, if you know what I'm talking about.
That's such
Yeah, that was terrible.
No, go ahead.
All the boomers out there won't understand it.
all the boomers are going to look at this guy and go, man,
Alright, so
I'm sure he's a
essentially,
disappointment to his family.
essentially the 40s and 50s, that's kind of when what we consider rock music and more popular rock music started to kind of become a thing, I guess. I don't know how to say that any better, but essentially what was happening is...
It bloomed.
Exactly.
There were genres, jazz, R&B, country.
And they
Came
all
into more...
compiled together.
Compiled. There you
Yeah. As well as those genres also expanding on their own. Because, I mean, last episode, country wasn't really a thing.
go. It was just, like we said last episode,
Guys blowing into moonshine.
Blowing into moonshine bottles, playing
yeah.
the banjo a little bit.
Yeah, Andy Griffith type of stuff.
Yeah.
Get
But
my
this-
reference? Yeah.
This now, all the different genres start to emerge. More of their own sound. They started sounding better.
Yeah. and
Here's
we
a good
get-
example. Imagine a hillbilly playing the banjo, then compare that to Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Which one, personally, do you think is better?
I'm gonna go hillbilly.
You're wrong. That's what you are.
I don't know, I hated last episode, so I should like Johnny Cash. Anyways, during this time, some of the bigger rock and roll artists were like kind of like Roy Brown, Wyone Harris, Ray Charles, and many more. Dude, stop looking off into the
I'm
distance.
staring directly at you, man.
On the camera, it looks like you're just like spacing out to whatever's out there. Okay.
Okay, my
Anyways,
bad.
we're getting off topic. Where was I?
Roy Brown, Wyone Harris, and Ray
Yes,
Charles. Wyone Harris has a very funny song called Grandma Plays the Numbers. You should go check it out.
Yeah, we should put that on top of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should play that while this is going. Anyways, so there's a lot of R&B music, as Aurelio was saying, and blues music. Singers like Johnny Cash, and I'm just repeating myself. But all this kind of coming together.
Coming together to form a peak of all these genres. Then they began to mesh together. Through
Mash together.
genres like, or not genres, artists.
Birthing
like
Elvis Presley. Yeah.
Boom.
And as well as there was a big thing during this time was crazy. I don't know if many people know about this, but it's called World War II. Have you ever heard of it?
I've never heard of World War II, Alec. What is World War II?
I think you know what World War II is,
Right.
but essentially it kind of birthed a new generation of people. I mean, there's like this big gap in generation because of it, and this new generation was demanding a more energetic style of music. So, I mean, that's where we start to see what we actually consider to be more rock and roll type of music.
Because if you listen to big bands like Al Bowley, and then compare that to somebody like Elvis Presley, you're going to see a big jump in speed and interactivity between the songs. Like if you compare Hound Dog and Heartaches, you can tell the difference in the generations that formed the music.
Yeah, and it was also kind of after this as well that bigger bands that we know of, like the Beatles, really started to become more of a thing, again, with that more energetic style of music.
Which then leads into more rock and roll.
Yeah, leads to
Rock and roll is a
the
long
Who,
time.
you know. that which
Judas
will
Priest.
all yeah,
Marilyn Manson.
that'll all be covered mostly next episode, which is the 60s and 70s.
Then we got a treat for you about the 80s and 90s.
Oh yeah, 80s and 90s. So yeah, a lot more energetic style of music. There's also this was like, I like to consider this kind of time period as like the era of wars, because wasn't it also like, I could be completely wrong about this. I'm terrible at dates, but it was also like
World War II and the Cold War.
Yeah. So there was also a lot of anti-war music as
A
well.
bunch of anti-war propaganda. For a long time, people did think rock and roll was communist.
Yeah, that was a thing. Pretty funny. Honestly,
Because it was very like
progressive.
progressive, and a lot of old people didn't like it.
Yeah, and
Let's just say
people
that
tend
how
to
it
be
is.
afraid of change, and there was a lot of change during this time. We are going so far off topic, but anyways,
It still works.
Yes,
We're still on topic. We're just-
technically we are, but yeah. So there was some backlash on this music.
from the older generations. The newer
Right.
generations didn't hate it. A lot of them really liked it. There were some that were neutral, but there were many people that absolutely despised the music.
Yeah, because this was during the time when anything that you didn't like was called communist. All right. Well, another unfortunately shorter episode, because another slightly boring time when it comes to rock and roll, and honestly, during a time when this is not really as much me and Aurelio's favorite music to listen to.
Definitely not. I do like Johnny Cash, and he did form a wonderful
Great band.
called the Highwaymen, but that comes also in the 70s,
Yeah,
much like 90% of the people I
all
like.
of music.
Rock really began to branch out and bloom in from the 1960s to the 1990s.
Right.
Then after that, it kind of just dulled and dulled until we have what we have now. We have Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, and I'm gonna okay. I know that's not what this episode's about, but I know there's some big Fall Out Boy fans out there, and I
They're
don't.
good. They're okay.
Their musicianship is good. Their songwriting needs.
They could lay off the auto-tune.
It's not that bad.
It's pretty bad. Listen to Centuries.
I used to listen
pretty
to a
bad.
lot of Centuries, unfortunately. Maybe not unfortunately for some people. We need to stop like
Dissing
hating
them.
on bands
Yeah.
because like
We don't like it.
yeah.
They are like relatively boring.
Anyways, we gotta stop hating on bands, Aurelia.
You gotta stop hating.
I think we should cut that part out.
Yeah, this is whole bit.
Yep. Anyways, Johnny Cash is great, is essentially the summary of this. Elvis Presley's pretty good. Another thing, he stole a lot of music. There was a lot of music robbery during this time.
During this time, considering there were
I got a
less
text.
copyright laws, that meant a lot more people were just taking other people's music and doing nothing to change it and claiming it as their own.
Well,
Elvis
and-
Presley did that a lot.
Yeah, well,
a lot of his most famous songs were not written by him.
Hound Dog, not written by him. It was actually written by, if I remember the NPR show I watched about this correctly, I think it was an artist named Big Mama, I want to say their name
Big
was.
Mama.
I
don't know.
Yeah,
Big Mama something.
I think it was Thornton, Big Mama Thornton.
He stole a lot from her.
Yes.
I know that for a fact.
Hound Dog in particular, and
Hound Dog.
There was a lot of also like when it came down to stealing
Pretty sure
stuff.
he stole Blue Suede shoes.
When it came down to stealing stuff, unfortunately, there especially wasn't much backing up people of color at the time.
No, Elvis Presley,
Yeah,
a very white musician, did steal a lot. But he did make a lot, and that did earn him the title that he currently holds, the King of Rock
Yeah.
and Roll.
yeah, and also the king of dying on toilets. Sorry, I just had it on my mind and I needed to
Wow.
say it.
Okay, yeah, he did do
anyways,
that.
I think that's
That's all we have
Yeah.
for this episode.
All right.
Tune into the next one.
my
Definitely
name-
tune into the next
My
one.
name's Alec. That's Aurelio,
Aurelio.
and Thank you for listening to the Double A Rock Experience and dealing with our hatred towards certain bands. We promise we will stop doing this.
We will name good parts about them.
Yes. Okay, I think we need to right ourselves before we make it worse for ourselves. The singer for Fall Out Boy, he's a really good singer.
He sang "Who's the Batman" for the Lego Batman movie, and
Great
I commend
movie.
him very much for that.
That was the only movie I liked for the longest time. So, and one of the
My
only
favorite
songs I
movie of all
liked
time.
from that. Actually, that's why I still have a playlist with some Fall Out Boy stuff on it because of him. So, Fall Out Boy's not all that bad.
Fall Out Boy's not all that bad. They do get a lot of hate.
Imagine Dragons is not rock and roll. Anyways,
Nope.
that's it for the Double A Rock Experience. We've gone on a huge tangent. We're now no longer talking about the 1940s to 1950s. Hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so
and
much.
watching.
Yeah.